Hello and welcome. This video is going to be just a quick unboxing of the new Stampin Positioner from Stampin Up. This is a stamping positioning tool that just came out. It's available to current demonstrators, and then starting on February 2nd or February 3rd, if you sign up to be or purchase the starter kit, basically sign up to be a demonstrator, you will get this added free to your starter kit. I do want to show this also. There's a pad of grid paper available for separate purchase from the Stampin Positioner. So if you don't want this, you don't have to get it. But if you do want it, this is a separate purchase. This also does not come with the Stampin Positioner with the new starter kits for that month of from February 3rd to March 2nd. If you buy the starter kit during that time frame, you'll get the positioner, but not the pad of grid paper. So just wanted you to be aware of that. And let's see, there are 50 sheets of this grid paper in the pack that comes, and it is about 8 and a little over 1/4 inches by about 6 inches wide. Okay. Now let's get into the unboxing of the actual tool. I have not opened this yet at all, so you are seeing it along with me for the very first time. So very simple little box. Pull it out. Let's see, nothing else in there. Get that off to the side here. Okay, so first it looks like everything is wrapped in plastic. Sorry about the crinkling. I'll get this off. Open at the one end, so I guess I can just pull everything out here. That makes it easy. Okay, now I felt some paper down here, so let me pull this out. There is a little instruction guide. It says how to use. There's pictures. Let's see, and a few ideas of ways to use it. Couple different languages, it looks like. Oh, here's the front. Okay, so I had it upside down. So Stampin' Positioner instruction guide. I'll take a look at that a little more thoroughly later. I want to make sure I'm calling these the right thing. So this bottom part is the base. We have 2 magnets, and then these are the stamp plates. So the large stamp plate and the small stamp plate. Okay. Now, let me go over, start with the base. So you can really position this any direction you want, depending on, kind of what works for you. Are you right-handed, left-handed? Do you want your little pegs along the side? Do you want them along the top? Really, very flexible that way. This does have a 0 centering ruler on the side here, which is nice. It's 0 in the middle and goes out to about 4 and looks like about a half on each side. And then this is 0 through just about 7 inches. It probably is 7 inches out to this edge. And then there are centimeter measurements also. And it is again 0 centering. There's a little bit of an arrow. Let me see. Little triangle. Sorry about the shadow, but there's this big nice 90-degree angle here if you want to angle your cardstock, and then there's a 0, the 0 and the little triangle showing you where the exact center is. So that's nice to have that as an option for measuring. Okay. And let's look at the magnets next. So these magnets are covered in kind of a plastic housing with this flexible tab. So they're easy to grab. And the reason that they did this is, a lot of times if these aren't covered with something, they will, sorry about the light in the way, they will snap together very easily, and magnets have broken. I personally haven't had any break like that, but I know a lot of people have. So that does kind of help protect them from doing that. And that little tab on them does make them easy to grab off the magnet. Seems like they probably have a pretty nice strong hold, but they're easy to grab and pick up. Okay. And then there's, of course, the 2 stamp plates. They don't have measurements on the plate itself, but there are the nice grid inlay on both. Okay, there's these holes to help you get lined up. So here's the 2 holes on this one, and here's the 2 holes on this one, and they fit right on the pegs. And then each side has these kind of a little flexible foot that pushes in and out, and these also, and same with this on both sides. So that helps when you're getting everything kind of lined up onto your, getting your plate onto the base before you actually stamp. That gives you that little bit of room where the stamp is already inked up, but it's not touching your paper yet. And then you can actually just press down to stamp your image. So very cool. So with the small one, there's all these pegs along the side. These 2 little outside holes, you would line up, and you can move it to any combination of the 2 holes that you want. Make sure you get them lined up straight on the peg first, and then press straight down. There isn't, what I was kind of curious about is if there's any wiggle. So you do need to be careful of that. Because one of the points of using a positioner like this is if you ink up your stamp it down, and then look, and it's like, oh, it missed this area, I want to re-ink it and get it looking nice, a little more filled in. You can re-ink your stamp, line everything back up, and press again. It'll be in the exact same spot. So you just need to be careful not to wiggle or get it out of line, or you're not going to end up, you'll kind of have that little bit of a blurry looking image or offset image. So now with the big one, of course, it only fits on these 2 outside pegs here. I think this is going to be nice. I'll have to play with it a little bit, kind of get my reaction to it, and see how it works. Now, actually, let me go ahead and open up the grid paper and show how that fits as well. On the grid paper, it is an actual pad. This is, the glue that seals the little spine, so that you actually have to tear these off. So that's nice. I like that. And again, it has the measurements already on it, a nice little grid pattern. I did want to flip this over and just see, okay, so there's centimeters on the one side and inches on the other. So that's nice, depending on which measurements you like to use. Perfect. And then it has these little tiny holes all the way across, and those are supposed to fit right over these tiny little pegs that are right here. And they do fit nice. It lays nice and flat. That keeps your work surface clean so that you don't accidentally get ink all over your stamping base here. Anyway, very cool. I will be doing some demonstrations probably with this, maybe make a card using this, and I'm really excited to have this. So I hope that this was helpful to you to be able to kind of see what this looks like, how it might work, if this might be a benefit to you, something you might like to add to your craft room. If I can help answer any questions for you, please don't hesitate to reach out. I can always be reached on my website, leahfaehandmade.com. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me, and have a great rest of your day.